making me see it. Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
From the gavel's first bang to the witness stands tears, Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time, tuning every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces turn stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret, in Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious, make Sylvia spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag, from catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey guys, it's me, Sylvia. I have a surprise for you today. I have two of the fellas that was at the trial, who basically we stood 10 toes down and we were telling the facts of what was happening in the trial. And we had so much opposition. During the trial, and folks was wanting to beat us up and all that kind of stuff. Let me change my color. Hold on a second. Let me change this color. All right, hold on. There we go. I changed my color. You know me and this color thing. I don't like that. Not having my right color, which is purple. Purple. I didn't want no blue on here. Well, anyway, we're going to talk about some of the things that we experienced. We're going to talk about the appeal. We're going to talk about just all the current events and all the stuff that was spoken about, the things that we saw, heard, and so I'm just waiting for them to log in. They had logged in earlier, but I was not ready. So now that I'm ready, I'm waiting for them to come on back in. We have Mr. J. He's here, first time on this channel. And then we have Sean G. You guys already know Sean. Sean is a regular over here. Just one moment. We're gonna Scarface. I can't wait for this conversation as well. Okay, one of the things that hold on a second. Let's see what's going on with them. They were just on there. Hold on. Okay. Hey, let me say hello to the folks in the chat. Hey, Renee. Hey, Cam. Hey, Nosy Rosie. Hey, Miss Richard. Hey, Rob. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Hey, Kim. We're just waiting for them to come on in. Okay, they coming on now. Here come Jay. Jay's hopping on now. Let's see, where is Sean? Sean said he was coming. Oh, there's Sean hit it first before Jay. Jay said he was coming and you hopped on before he did.
What's up, Philly?
What's going on, Sean? What's going on? We matching. Look, we got the
Got the
gray.
same thing on. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I see you've been busy.
Yeah, I've been trying to get things done around this place. You know what I mean?
What's that trial you working on? Cecil or something I keep seeing?
Two now. It's two. I'm working on Cecil McCreary. He is the individual who last year kidnapped his girlfriend, put a pew pew on her, right? And then he got on bond. While he was on bond, which was supposed to be an ankle monitor, he had a curfew and all that. He turned around and unalived her this October.
Saw that. I was watching a little bit of what you was doing. I see you go live every day on that. So that's good.
And he buried the body.
Huh?
He buried the body.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And look, he think he's gonna get a bond. So
nah.
next week on the 7th is his bond hearing. So I'll be right there sitting right there in the forefront waiting to see what the judge do for him.
No, he ain't gonna get no bond here.
Well, he think he is. He think he is. And then the other thing I'm doing is the chief of staff of the sheriff department. He recently got convicted of lying, and he had an insurance situation. Blah 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 blah. To make a long story short, I started playing his calls. And he had gotten favoritism. He was supposed to go to prison. He never went to prison. He stayed in the county jail. They made special privileges for him.
I don't know, man. But did you see the documentary?
I'm waiting for it. I'm ready for it. I posted something in the chat and I'm waiting for it. I want to see what it's like.
You didn't see 50 Cent's documentary on Puff?
Oh no, I saw that one. Yeah. We talked about it. You and I talked about that documentary. You had not seen it when I was talking about it. You said you were gonna watch it and then come back.
So basically, I guess you can go out and find everybody that hates you, that hates somebody you don't like, and put it together, and they talk bad about you and call it a documentary. I guess that's the level of film expression we're doing now.
Yeah, and also I saw your interview that you just recently did. That was awesome.
Yeah.
He told me when he said that Capricorn Clock was a liar and all that, and some of his stuff that he had smashed her and she got a little.
She's a little loose upstairs. Yeah. And you saw at the trial, she from what I heard, she perjured herself at the trial.
She did. You were there. You talking about from what you heard? You were there.
Yeah. And that was the only person in the documentary that was even called to testify. No one else in that documentary on Netflix was even called as a witness.
No.
But I'm pretty excited about Alexandra Shapiro's appeal. Did you read it?
I read some of it. I got the little gist of it. How they were. Let me just read what I have. Okay. Hold on. Let me read what I have here. I have that basically that he sentenced him for acquitted conduct, right?
100%.
And that, he says that the jury acquitted Mr. Cohn for sex trafficking, coercion, fraud, and racketeering, right? The court nevertheless treated that same conduct as proven at sentencing. Basically, even though the jury did this, he decided to put himself as a 13th juror and convicted him and by sentencing him on those things that were already acquitted. And then she also talked about how the sentencing amount basically was higher than what it's supposed to be.
100%, man. They enhance Puff. How do you enhance a first offender, man? 13 levels. That's unheard of, man. That's unheard of.
She talked
But
about the. She talked. Oh, sorry.
um, but I read Alexander Shapiro's appeal, man, and it's tight. It's not just her. Jason Driscoll worked on it, and two other attorneys worked on it. But I really can't see what can the prosecution come back with other than,
Well, let me
making.
introduce our other guests. This is
What's
Sean.
up?
This is Jay, y'all.
Shout out to Jay, man.
Jay was on it at trial, man. He was arguing and fighting with folks.
Yo, Jay, what's up, man?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Fantastic. How you doing, Sylvia?
I'm doing fine. It's been a while. We hadn't talked since the trial.
Yeah, it has been a while. It has been a while, and it's been wild since the trial too. I mean, the trial was wild, but now, like first, then we had sentencing, then we had the doc. Now, so
how you been?
I've been fantastic. I've been keeping busy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Have you been doing anything in the trial, the after effect of the trial?
I haven't done much yet. I've done a couple videos here and there. Most of my videos that you'll see on my channel now are morning lives. We used to do AM lives. We were continuing to do those AM lives. That's what we could be consistent with. But in the new year, we have a new schedule. So we're going to have a lot more stuff that, is going to keep people's ear.
And tell everybody your channel, because everybody knows Sean G's channel.
Yeah, my channel is simple. It's Conversations with Jay, KHAN, Versations with Jay. I'm actually going to change my name to my channel. I'm going to change my name to the channel. But yeah, Conversations with Jay, y'all go check it out. We do similar stuff actually to what Sean G does. A lot of mental health, mental motivation, things like that. That's actually how I came across Sean G through that. And, I had a coaching session with him as well. And, I myself have been coaching since 2017. So, yeah, we do a lot of that stuff, but it's mostly about thinking for yourself.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the invitation of coming on here so we could discuss, because we're like the minority during trial. We were the minority group, but we were the winners. We were the winners.
We won. We won. That's right. Say that again, Simon. Say that shit again. We were the winners.
We were the winners because we said it. I mean, we were like, this is what's gonna happen, and people didn't believe it. Oh, you crazy. But I remember you, Jay. They were on your neck, especially
in front of the building. You was going at it in front of the building.
For those of you guys who haven't been to the courthouse, right? So there's the front side and the back side, right? There's if you go down the block, once you come out, you make a left, you go down the block. That's where Sean G would do his videos. So I would go down and to the right, and there's a little courtyard there, and that's where most of the influencers would be. I had just started my channel during the trial. So I was like, you know what? I might as well record my thoughts because I'm giving everybody else content. So I made a channel at the same time. But I just went out and argued with people in front of the trial. So I argued with lawyers, argued with other YouTubers, argued with rappers, everybody who was there. So it was fun. It was a fun time, and it was a once in a lifetime experience. And as I was saying to Sean G the other day, if you weren't there, the problem is the trial wasn't televised. So it's like, it's very difficult. And a lot of people leaned on people like you, infamous Sylvia, and Sean G, and obviously myself as well, to really get what was happening out there.
The facts, not the lies.
Not the lies, exactly.
Yeah. Because I didn't want the people to be surprised when a verdict came down. They'd be like, okay, but this person was saying that. They were lying.
Exactly.
They were lying. So.
Listen, man, I've finally, after getting so emotional and beating my head up, that I don't even get into trivial random conversations with strangers or friends or family about the trial if they weren't there, because the way you see it and where you got your information from is totally different from where I got my information from, and it doesn't end well.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Jay, what do you think about the appeal? Did you get a chance to look at it?
The latest appeal, I didn't look at it yet. I
Well, I'm gonna
I
send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you right
yeah,
now.
send it to me. But
Okay.
I haven't looked at it yet, but I would imagine that part of that appeal, this was to me was the biggest argument. Aside from all of the I don't want to call it cheating, but it was a little bit of low blows that the prosecution was doing. But aside from that, I thought that the most strongest argument that they had was the first right amendment argument,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? So I thought that was the most argument that like I you think about it, he's not done anything different than an adult film director, right? You fly somebody out, they engage, you record. The only thing he's not doing is making money off of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then at sentencing, the judge had said, you weren't just John, you were more than that. You also participated in certain ways, and so do the adult film directors. So I'm trying to figure out still. There's an adult film director studio, I don't know, somewhere in California, say, and they want to fly an actor out from Miami, say, and they make them engage, they record, maybe they even participate. The only difference is they put on tape and sell it, and he puts it on tape and puts it in a safe. And then the FBI goes, sorry, the marshals, there's a marshal, whoever rated him, the feds rate him,
Mm-hmm.
take the tape from the front, take the tapes, and then give it to the courts for the jurors to see for free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what he's done different. If somebody in the chat knows what he's done different, explain it to me, because to me, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Check it out. I just sent it to you.
All right.
You know, in the appeal, from like page 60 all the way to the end, they talk about exactly what you just said, man. And that even, you know, they went so far as to say that, like, I don't have OnlyFans, but I guess on OnlyFans you can have sex on OnlyFans if somebody pays or whatever.
You could do
Um,
all that live stuff too.
yeah, so that's what they were saying, that if Puffy's conviction is allowed to stand, then people on OnlyFans would have to be brought up on charges of the Mann Act.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
exactly
And
what they said.
yeah, so that's exactly what I was saying. I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it now. Thank you for sending it to me, but
You're
I
welcome.
haven't read it. But I already know that's a huge, like, that's a huge way that they got to go, because that's a First Amendment right, and his First Amendment rights, in my opinion, were violated because that's freedom of expression.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to
What do
put
you
it.
think, Sylvia? What do you think about his chances of getting this case his sentence cut? Because they're asking for immediate release and just the outright acquittal. They're asking for both.
Yeah. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an appeal court, but based on what Jay and you were saying, I agree with you guys, because it was a freedom of expression. I mean, they do it all the time. I mean, they're gonna have to go back and get every single body in the porn industry and start doing convictions and start doing
Right.
some indictments and all everybody out there.
Right.
Because
Right.
if you could do it to this man like this, then why not with the others? Because that's what they're doing. They're making money off of it as well. He didn't make money off of it. He just kept it for his own personal use.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And they also had, was it Jason Driscoll had went through what, not over 900 cases?
Yes, yes.
Nothing even close to this. Nothing even close to the sentence, even when this guy was running a multi-million-dollar empire, made over $1 million in profit, and didn't get anything close to this. So, you know, and then obviously the I think the appeal is going to talk about how the judge used something that he was acquitted for in
Yes.
order to sentence him, which makes no sense.
They're gonna First Amendment activity you were talking about. I was trying to get to that page.
There you go. Yep. Yep.
Mm.
There you go. Yep. Exactly. I think those are two very important angles. And for the judge to turn around and say something like, I think he said coercion like 8 times or more maybe. He kept saying coercion. They were coercing. I said, but he was already convicted. Acquitted of this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why are you saying coerced in your sentencing? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I think it was you, Sean G, had talked about this happening in the past, where there was I think it was two people. They went to go rob a store or something like that. Yeah, exactly. They went to go rob a store, and then the friend got killed, and then they ended up charging him for the unaliving of the friend or whatever. And it was the same thing, because he ended up getting convicted from that, but then acquitted from the unaliving, but convicted from the robbing of the store, and got sentenced to basically life for store robbery, because
The judge used the acquitted conduct to enhance him.
Exactly, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Jay, there's a question for you. They're asking, did you watch the documentary?
I watched the first episode. I fell asleep through the second episode because it's trash.
I fell asleep too. Oh my God. I thought I was the only one.
It's boring, man. It was so boring. I was listening to all these outlets, and I was not going to watch the documentary, but I only watched it so I could be educated to have conversations coming up in the next few weeks. But I was not going to watch it because I didn't want to support a hit piece. I didn't want to support this nonsense. So I said I'm not going to watch it. But after I decided to prepare myself for future conversations I watched the first one. The first episode was trash. Some of the things that stood out to me in the first episode was just a bunch of claims that had no basis. It was just people's opinion. It wasn't like this happened because of this, that, or anything like that. The second one that stood out to me is the event that he held at the college.
That's the thing.
So you mean to tell me that they said in the documentary he over promoted and over promoted the event? How is it possible as a promoter to over promote?
And then how were you going to charge him? He's not in control of the venue.
He doesn't own the venue. He's not the security at the venue.
Yes.
So nobody else gets to have any responsibility. It's just him that has a responsibility for over promoting a party that he was supposed to promote as much as he possibly can. He did his job. So that was crazy to me. I said, this is nuts. You guys have not charged anybody else except for this man.
What about when he was talking about the hand sanitizer? Come on now.
Come on.
We all around this COVID time, we always put that hand sanitizer
on. And your boy Curtis, he tried to say on, I think it was Good Morning America, he tried to say that it was because he doesn't like his own people.
Oh.
His own people are dirty to him. And that's the reason why. That was very revealing, he says, because that's his own people. What? We coming off of COVID, right? You shaking a bunch of hands. Look, I go to a business conference every quarter, and I shake a bunch of hands. The first thing I do is go to the bathroom and wash my hands, or find the nearest place a sanitizer before I do anything else and sit down. Like, this is a normal human practice. At least it should be a normal, like, hygienic practice. So next thing you know, like, you know, anyways, it's for people who already want him down and to continue to kick on him while he's down. It's for those people, they get their last ish off, their last little 1-2 off.
You know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy? I've been going at Funny Blue Jacket for like the last month. And both of y'all know that we knew this information about Jane Doe in the first week of June, because that's when she was on the stand, June the 9th, June the 10th, June 11th, June the 12th. And when I found out, I said, man, this is why this nigga don't like Puff. Yeah. It ain't because Puff asked to take him shopping, because he was already taking your girl shopping. You understand? You trying to make it seem like Puff is a fruit pop and this and that. No, Puff probably had your girl waiting outside in the SUV while he was up at the Breakfast Club doing that interview. And I said to myself, I never mentioned it on my lives in June. I said, I'm going to let him live. I'm not going to disrespect Funny Blue Jacket like that because it was disrespectful, you know.
Right.
But when Puffy beat them at trial, man, when he beat them people at trial and risked his life and risked his family's life and the fortune, you know, didn't cooperate, didn't give up any names, went to war and won, and then you're gonna come out with this fucking documentary after the fact that's full of lies and then try to implicate him in the Tupac joint, in the Biggie joint. I said, nah, man. I said, no. Now you want to do that. Now I'm going to tell the world what really happened with you in this trial.
And let me add to that. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't realize that this documentary was being filmed long before the trial.
Absolutely.
In anticipation that he was going to get found guilty.
Talk about it, Jay.
Documentary would actually hold legs. Like it had to take a different course when he got found innocent. They had to add different stuff. This documentary was supposed to. He was supposed to be guilty, and this documentary was supposed to come out to solidify the guilty verdict and this and that. It's a flop. Because
let me ask y'all something. Let me ask both of y'all something. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all believe that Tisa Tells already had got interviewed, or that she knew of the documentary before the trial, which is why she was going as hard as she was going? Because she might have got interviewed, maybe not the clip they showed, because Clayton Howard got called back twice. I believe. Let me ask you that: what do y'all believe? Y'all believe she knew?
I believe she knew. I believe she was part of it from the beginning, because that's why all the accommodation was done for her. Because remember, I told you, when I was going through the thing, they was asking for IDs and stuff like that to put her name on the list. They was asking everybody for IDs. She didn't show. And I was like, why she get special privileges? What was that? What was going on with that?
Right.
And people like, oh, you didn't have to bring ID. No, you didn't have to, but to be put on that list, they require for you to have some identification, governmental identification. She didn't show it. She didn't show it at all.
She didn't have a press pass either, did she?
No, she didn't have a press pass. No. And then in the beginning, somebody was paying for her thing. Then after a while, she was just coming through. She didn't pay.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
When Clayton Howard said that they interviewed him in September 2024, I said, man, that was the same month that Puff got arrested, and you, Clayton Howard, wouldn't be like a high-profile witness. They had to have been shooting other people. Wait, that's crazy, man.
Right.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, 100%. I always say when something doesn't make sense, somebody's making dollars.
That's what happens.
Yo, have you guys? I haven't seen none of her videos coming up in my feed, in my algorithm at all, man.
She's not in mine either.
Not in mine either, but also I don't know about the conversations with J Channel because I'm not in there as much, but I used to get some of her videos every now and then.
All the time. They were just
before the trial.
to me, yeah.
I got them all the time.
Yeah, even before the trial, especially during I used to watch a lot of the videos when Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef was going on, and I saw a couple of her videos then.
So that means that Funny Blue Jacket, he knew he had a vested interest in Puffy's conviction, man. When Puffy got acquitted, his heart must have dropped, man. You know, because like you say, Jay, that documentary was just the final death knell into Puffy's coffin that we all would have believed had he got convicted. We would have believed everything in the documentary.
Yeah, that documentary was supposed to be dancing on his grave. Instead, you're dancing outside of his physio clinic. His physiotherapy clinic. He'd be all right. He'd jumping back. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to end him, put him in the coffin, dance on the grave, and instead he got shot in the leg. He went to physio. He got a little 1-2, and he's learned to walk again. He'll be all right. And now and he ain't gonna be quiet when he comes out. I'll tell you that. He'll be silent. I don't think he'll do interviews and stuff, but you'll see the impact.
And Funny Blue Jacket, his brand has taken a hit in the last 2 to 3 weeks, man.
Really?
Well,
yeah.
With that Fab Christmas Day freestyle.
that and the people coming out, because people were coming out right after the documentary saying, nah, Biggie's estate is saying that Puff paid for everything. Like
Exactly.
yeah,
Eric Sermon corrected everything on the Breakfast Club, because
did he?
yes, if you go and watch it, the Breakfast Club brought him on for an interview after the documentary, said explain all this, because he's close to Envy, and he said, man, they interviewed me to ask me so many stories. I gave them a lot of stories. I gave them a lot of stuff to use. They decided to use that, and the way they edited it made it sound different, because that's not how it went down. He was like, we were friends, like we weren't about to scrap, blah blah blah. Like he said, that's not how it went down. It was the way they edited the whole thing. And then the lady that was in the car, because she originally came out and was like, yo, why would you say that about me? Like, because she knows, she was there, so she knows it didn't go down like that. And she was like, you know, I'm trying to live my life, I'm trying to do what I do, and now you saying this in a documentary is basically upsetting my peace. And he said at the Breakfast Club, I don't want to misuse his word, but basically what he was saying is that he's heard through other people what she has said about him, and there weren't nice things. And when she cools down, he'll text her, and he's sorry. And that's not how it was supposed to go down. So the more people who are coming out and saying that's not it, that's not true, that's not what's supposed to happen, it just goes to show you that it was supposed to be he was guilty, so you could believe everything in the documentary. But because he wasn't guilty, now we got to question everything, because a lot of stuff don't make sense. How much? Let me ask you all this: how many things you think they had to take out because he got found innocent? Like, how, you know, he got acquitted of all the major charges. So how many things they had to take out?
A lot. That's why they had to put in things that was just people thinking about it and it has no proof. Now, first of all, you know, this is the feds. If there's enough evidence for him with the Tupac murder and the
Talk
other,
about it, Sylvia.
you know for a fact they would have got him. They come on,
20 years ago.
20
years ago.
Every little thing that they could possibly come out with. And look,
20 years ago they would have picked him up.
Exactly. And that's why I have a problem with all these people still saying, oh, he did it. Y'all just make an assumption. Y'all don't have any proof that he actually is the one that did that.
None.
You know?
And at the end of the day, if he did, I had this conversation with Queen Amadaya. We were at lunch one time. At the end of the day, look, if somebody says in public, when I see you, it's on site, I'm gonna kill you, and all these things, and you so happen to beat them to the punch, where I'm from, you're celebrated. Right? If somebody's making threats on your life and making it difficult for you to move around and all of that, and you are afraid for your life, if you so happen to beat them to the punch, where I'm from, you're celebrated. Now, I'm not justifying anything. I'm saying that's how it is. What did you expect him to do? Go and call the cops?
That's true.
Or go and call the cops?
Yeah.
Right? So even if it was true, I don't believe it's true, but even if it was true, to me, that makes you gangster, not, pussycat. But somehow we're into
Puff beat him. I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
He's making threats on your life. Let's just call it what it is, and that's not what happened, anyways. But even if it did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's true. No, go ahead, Sean. You was about to say something.
No, I was just, I look at this thing, man, and I've been doing a lot of stuff on my Instagram as far as the trial, and have been getting there's a lot of people out there that are pro-Puff that weren't really saying they were. It's crazy when I look back at that whole trial, and I didn't know, and I don't know if you guys knew, that shit was a moment in time, man, that was like a fucking monumental thing, that case, that now it's like, it's a big thing. And there's only a few people, I'll say under 100 people on the planet that was there every day that saw the whole thing.
Right.
And we happen to be the one.
And we happen to be there.
Yeah, 100%.
And we happen to be there.
Can't take away from it. They could talk all the crap they want, but we were there. We were in the courtroom. We weren't just sitting outside lollygagging. No, we were inside the courtroom. We saw the testimony. We heard the lies. And the only thing is we couldn't even televise it. That was the problem. So you had to depend on the people's word. And whoever got out there first, whoever had the loudest the loudest noise, that's who was bringing it out. And it happened to be the people that was making up stuff.
What I really enjoyed, to be honest with you, is the fact that there was a changing of the guard in the beginning of the trial. I wasn't there from week 1. I got there on week 2. But in the beginning of the trial, it was mainstream media. And then by the end of the trial, it was social media.
100%. 100%. They never anticipated ABC, CBS. They never anticipated. They thought it was going to be the same old way they've done it for 25 years. And I tell people, I said, man, the social media crew, we dominated that trial as far as the coverage, man.
Right.
You know, because you had people on Facebook Live all day, Twitter Live, Instagram Live, and we were on YouTube. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, there were some times I was running late for court in the morning, and I would just pull out my phone on the subway and go on YouTube, and I see everybody outside. Okay, they didn't start yet. Everybody's still outside. You can see it live because you had Uta on Go, and there was another lady that was on in front. They would just park outside, and they stand up outside and just re-recording, so I would be able to see if the lineup is moving yet, if people are inside yet. It's like having a little surveillance camera right in front.
It was amazing. It was definitely amazing. And you know what really helped me, because I was never a Diddy fan. I was not one of those people. I was one of those people that, I want to see what's going on. I want to see what the facts are. There was a certain amount of stuff that was being said. I want to know if it's true. That's where I was at, And then when I got in there, I'm like, huh? This is not this. There's no kids. There's no this. There's no that. They had the video that I've seen like the year before that they were talking about. That's all I kept seeing was the video. I'm like, we came to court for this. Not saying that it was anything good about the domestic violence and all that, but I was expecting more, and I didn't get more.
You know what I kept hearing after Cassie got off the stand? I think we were all looking at each other like, what? This is the star. This if anybody could have knocked Puffy's head off, it would have been Cassie, right? So we was looking like, she just said she loved their past. She loved them. And then all of the anti-Puff people was going, yo, yeah. They saving it. The prosecution is saving their good stuff for like, this is only the first week, man. So they not, and I'm like, all right. So every day we went, Jay, every day I went, Sylvia, I'm thinking like, this is the motherfucking day. This is when the shit gonna come out. They gonna kill Puff, and it never fucking came, man.
Never.
You know what we did find out that none of us expected at the trial though? Was that your boy's baby mom's was a freak off joint. That was the big reveal.
What was that, Jay? What'd you say?
Your boy's baby mom's was a freak off joint.
She was into that freak off. She was in it. She was loving it.
I
didn't know that.
I knew that they did. I didn't know that she was one of the witnesses. I didn't know that she was victim, quote unquote, victim number 2. I did not know that.
And then when the 2 victims in the show, I was like, what kind of case is this? They didn't even bring him up. And I'm like, why? They didn't even bring the escort guy. I'm like, why not?
You know what I actually realized is, you see, the only reason why you would actually show up, because it didn't look like Cassie wanted to be there either. And they asked her, do you want to be here? They said no. Both of them, Jane Doe and the next one, and Cassie. I think they had something on them.
And they were forced to be.
And they were forced. Yeah. Where the other 2 that didn't show up, they didn't have enough on them. So obviously you're going to lawyer up if you're going to be called to testify, right? So the other 2, they didn't have anything on them. The lawyer's like, yo, your record's clean. You're good. Right? But if you have something on you, then you're put in the position that you have to testify.
I think when Cassie got that 20 million, I think them people approached her and said, look, we gonna use this goddamn civil suit as the foundation for our criminal case, and you are gonna testify, or we gonna give you problems about getting that money. Cause you know what I'm saying? I believe that's what her hand was forced, and she was really a co-conspirator after you really listen to everything.
Yeah, if you really
and she agreed to testify against Puff.
Yeah, that's absolutely facts.
Yeah.
That's absolutely facts.
There was two people that didn't show up. One was a supposedly victim, and another person that remember there was one person that said that they couldn't look. It was two people. I can't remember who the other
one of them was Gina.
Well, I know it was Gina, but then there was another person.
Victim number 5 or something like that, right?
Yeah, one of them, there was another person that didn't show up.
Yeah, was that supposed to have been a minor or some shit, or old lady or a dude? It's supposed to have been a dude, some shit.
It was somebody, because they were like, because even the male Acafino was like, the government, this is the government. They know where their witnesses are. Why they're not bringing them? Why? So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, too, if we think about it, every victim, it's true that no victim actually wants to be there and talk against their quote unquote accuser. But I also think that at the same time, if you're there talking about this embarrassing stuff that happened to you or that you were part of, right? The only way that you could be there is not a subpoena. It's that they have something on you, because the other people didn't show up and they were subpoenaed. So why is it that they weren't able to show up? Because they were like, all right, well, you don't have anything on me. I wonder what they had on Jane, and I wonder what they had on Cassie.
But remember, Gina wanted to come. Gina wanted to come. They never called her.
No, I'm talking about Jane.
No, okay, but I'm just saying, yeah. Gina wanted to come. They never called her. She even said it. She was waiting. She was waiting with her attorney for her to come in. They never called her.
Do you mean victim number 3?
Yeah, whoever Gina was.
From what I heard,
she wanted to come.
Gina had written a letter saying to free him, and he's a good guy.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah, I think if Gina would have came, she wasn't gonna go along with the Southern District of New York's program.
Well, there's a lot of look at what's his name? I don't want to call him Punisher. What's his actual name?
Sheree.
He stand-up dude. I saw you interview him as well. Yeah. I spoke to him at the court for a little bit, and I told him when I saw him, I said, bro, when I saw you on, I think it was Pierce or CNN or something like that. I said, you're a stand-up dude, and you really just told the truth. And the problem is, the truth always helped them, and when people lied, it just exposed it. Like, they just exposed it.
Look, do you remember how I just forgot what I was about to say. It'll come back to me. Somebody said something, put a comment in the chat, and I was just you said Gina dodged the subpoena. No, she was waiting for the subpoena, according to her.
I always thought Gina told him she ain't coming. That's what I was hearing, that she said, fuck y'all, I ain't coming.
No, but her attorney came. Remember, her attorney was there. Her attorney was in there in the courtroom.
Was he?
I don't remember that. I missed that.
Yeah, I was paying attention. Y'all was paying attention.
I was writing.
Well, you was in 26, so you probably would know more than what we would know if you seen him.
Okay.
Yeah. No, well, Gina was on. I think it was Tasha K, talking about all that.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this is way before the trial. She was on Tasha K, talking a bunch, and I was like, it sounds regular to me. I mean, there was nothing about a freak off or anything like that. What she was saying on Tasha K, she said he was abusive, and he said, I'm not saying abuse is regular. I'm saying it doesn't sound like what they were saying.
Okay, I got it. What I was gonna say. Now, the support he had from his exes was like phenomenal. They were sitting in the courtroom, all of them. I was like, my mouth was like dropped.
Who, Sylvia?
His ex. I mean, all of Sean Combs' ex was sitting right in the courtroom. You know, like the little girl's mom.
Yeah, she was there.
Even Justin's mom.
Misa.
Everybody was there.
Yeah.
Everyone that they were there. They were fighting for seats. In fact, some of them had to go to the overflow. So much support that he had for them.
I remember that. A couple of them came up in the overflow.
Even there were other celebrities that did show up that people didn't know who they were, because you know half of the media, main media, don't know who's who. So they were like asking me, it's like, who's that? Who's that? Because you know people was following, running behind them and stuff like that. They had to go to the overflow, but people was acting like, oh, no celebrities came. They were there. It's just that people didn't know who they were, and they were sitting right there in the courtroom. Just remember, Gloria Allred was there every day. Trying to come after Diddy. I don't know who her client was. Remember, Gloria?
Gloria was there?
Yeah, you didn't see her. She was over there in the York spot.
No, she was in the 24th floor.
24th floor. She was there. She was there.
I don't remember seeing. I don't remember. Nobody even said like, "Yo, that's Gloria Allred."
She was there. She was there every day. Every day she was there. And
trying to get money.
There, quite a few of them. Then remember, Diddy had a stack of lawyers that would sit up there in the overflow. He had lawyers in the courtroom, and he had some like that was like part of the law firm, because they couldn't be in the courtroom because there's not enough room. He had so many people there as support. So
I remember Anna Esteveo had some in the overflow. She had some of her co-workers that worked at the law firm sitting in the overflow. I sat next to them a couple times.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What a and this isn't gonna die down. This story's not gonna die down because Funny Blue Jacket is not gonna let it go. And then, like you say, Jay, once Puff gets out, this thing is gonna keep going, man.
No, 100%. 100%. Well, think about it. How long did the OJ trial keep going?
Forever, till he died. They still They still talked about it.
Yeah.
Years after he got out of jail, after they stealing his stuff, they still talked about it.
Yeah. Right. So it's not going to die down. And you know, if you guys want my opinion on the OJ stuff, just go to my channel. We did a couple of videos on OJ. I'm not saying that he was innocent, but he was not guilty. Just put it that way. That's another story. He wasn't innocent, but he was.
I believe he know what happened.
He might have either knew it or been part of it. I don't know.
He didn't. The glove didn't fit him, but it fit somebody else.
that jury was not stupid. There was no evidence. And that's the same thing when people try to tell me like, oh well, what about? I said, look, y'all are asking me if I believed Cassie. 12 jurors of his peers did not believe either Cassie or Jay. They didn't even find him guilty on one count. Right after Jane's testimony, just to let y'all know, for those of you guys who might not have been there, after Jane's testimony, everybody said, "Nah, she's not. She wasn't trafficked. They're gonna get him on Cassie." But everybody, even the people who wanted him to go down, they were like,
"No."
They were like, "Nah, that wasn't."
She loved it.
No, she would be. They would be like, "Oh, and did you want to do it? No. And did you this? And no. And did you that? No." And then the defense would come up and play this voice note from her. It was so amazing.
Yo, she was going buying them matching shorts. She bought all of them, Puffy and Dom matching shorts. Y'all put these on.
Yo, I was like, this is crazy. And you know what the prosecution, I would say what mainstream media was doing is they were just giving you an hour of what the prosecution said, and they'll give you 5 to 8 minutes of what the defense said afterward. So that's why, you know, they were controlling that. And you know, it's a trick as old as time. And that's why I think that independent media, like the two of you, like myself, is very important. Very, very important.
Yeah, definitely. And we just told the facts. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not a Diddy empathizer. No, I'm not. I'm just giving y'all the facts of what was going on in the courtroom, what I heard, what people said, and that's what I'm giving you. I mean, y'all may not like it, but it's the facts. You know, people's like, "Oh, you don't know about Diddy. He did this." You're right. I don't know. I don't know. But all I could do is tell you what happened in the courtroom, what evidence was presented, what I believe, what I didn't believe. That's it.
Right.
But
I'm
so
not
many
even
people,
arguing with nobody no more, man. I'm not even arguing with nobody. It doesn't even make sense because you got people still saying that like the baby oil, Puffy was putting baby oil on Deuce. No, Jane Doe was putting baby oil on Don and Cabral and Puff, and Cassie was the one heating it up in the baby pool. She put it on Sheree. She put it on. But people got these. Oh man, I said, all right, man, go ahead, man, you got it.
No, at the end of the day, what else are you supposed to say? They already, it doesn't matter what you tell them. They
No,
already have it in their mind,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
They already have it in their mind.
That is so true. And that video is what really sealed it with the charges that he got. The video is the one that did it. The video, you can't get past that at all. It was a terrible
come on,
beating.
where Puffy assaulted Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
From what I heard, and I don't know if you guys heard the same thing, but it makes perfect sense, especially from what I heard in the trial. They got that video from him. So
from Puff.
from Puff, when they raided his home, they got it from the safe. Yeah, that's how
Oh,
the video got leaked. They leaked it. The feds are the ones that leaked it. Remember,
okay.
the video came out after he was raided. We
Yeah.
didn't know why he was raided at first. We were like, what the hell's going on? And then once they raided him, they got the video. They leaked the video to contaminate the jurors. It didn't work, but that's what they did. I mean, this might have worked in another city, but not New Yorkers, not New York. Like, you could leak that video. Yes, it's a very bad video.
It was, but see, the thing is, we saw the rest of the video, and it was like
Right.
they were like cool with each other at the end, and I'm like,
Yeah, we saw the rest of it, and it was just him literally sitting down, almost saying like, "Why would you do this?" or something like that. Like it was him pleading with her,
and she was talking to
and she
him
was
by
talking
the
to him, and they were
phone, and
talking, right? Yeah, and not that was a okay excuse for any of the physical violence, but at the end of the day, it was a couple's fight. It wasn't him dragging her into a freak off that she didn't want to go to.
no, that
Right.
was a lie.
It was a
Wasn't
Right.
no
Right.
That
That's what they made
yeah.
it seem like.
That's what they made it seem like. It was a couple's fight that got way out of hand, and he did things that he shouldn't have done, and that's where it ended, though.
Mm-hmm. And they went out that night. She even said they went out the same night. They went out afterwards, after the whole
To the movie premiere. To her movie premiere.
And what the prosecution said, he made her put makeup on to cover up her scars. Is she gonna skip her movie premiere? Like I'm trying to figure this out. So I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. And by the way, how many times did he apologize about that? Right after.
all the
He
time.
texted her like 7, 8 times. Remember they showed all the texts?
8 times. I'm so sorry. I don't know. So
Please
many-
call me. Please call me. Please.
Please call me.
I'm so sorry. I can't. And even after that, he kept apologizing. Days, weeks after that, kept apologizing, saying, I feel like whatever. Would it satisfy you if I unalive myself? Like stuff like that. Like he had remorse. Now, do abusers do this a lot to manipulate? Yes,
They do.
of course. But I'm just saying that it had nothing to do with a freak off. It was an abusive, toxic relationship.
They both was toxic. Both of them was. I mean, they were drug addicts. You know how
She used to punch him in the face too. Remember she testified to that? She said, I used to punch him in the face.
they were drug addicts. First of all, there was the drug stuff was a little bit outrageous because the way they were just like zombies,
Right.
The names of the drugs. Did you hear the names of the shit they were taking, man?
Some of this I didn't even hear about before. I had to Google it. I had to Google it. The interesting thing, I see a comment said funny is he denied the abuse in an open Instagram post. Of course.
That's Instagram.
But for me, I mean, I'm gonna do the same thing too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think the average person is going to deny until you prove it. My entire career is at stake, right? My entire reputation is at stake. I always see people say that. I've heard a lot of people say that online, but he only told the truth when the proof came out. Yeah,
no, he was apologizing to her.
he was apologizing to her, but not to the public. They said he only told the truth about. Yeah, no shit, of course. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that makes perfect sense to me. Does it make it right? No. But what he's lying about wasn't right either. Right? You're gonna have to find it. What do they say? It's not what happened, it's what you could prove.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's the one who gave the evidence. So he's the one, because his text messages itself said it. You know what I mean? That's what he said to her, so
Yeah.
he gave his own evidence of proof of it.
Absolutely. Some people might look foolish after they denied it and then, okay, you got me. But I mean, that's what we all do. None of us, there's not one person in your chat that's watching this video later on, that's watching this video live or on this panel right now, that hasn't denied something until they got proven guilty and then said, all right, you got me. There's not one person, but the difference between us and that, he had hundreds of millions of dollars to lose, and you did it for free.
Yeah, that's true.
Talk about it.
Free. So what are we talking about? Of course he's gonna deny it. He has $100 million, his own entire reputation, 7 kids, a bunch of people he's taking care of, a bunch of businesses that he's at. Of course you're gonna deny it until it's proven. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That he was supposed to be like, yeah, and on top of that, he also denied most of the things that she said in the lawsuit, because most of the things in that lawsuit were false.
Yeah, that's true.
She
even made up some stuff herself. She tried to match it with somebody else.
Yeah. He claimed, and he did take accountability afterwards, but nobody wanted to accept it because he didn't take accountability at first.
Yeah.
Right? Like afterwards, he did take accountability. And before that, he did take accountability. And newsflash to everybody who said that he denied it while it was happening, newsflash, he don't owe you no explanation. He don't know you. You are nothing to him, and he is nothing to you. He made his apologies to her. He reconciled with her. It came out in the public. He said it never happened. He doesn't owe the public an explanation. He doesn't owe the public the truth either. And then it came out that that's what happened, that the video came out, and he said, all right, you got me. It happened. Looking at it, I'm discussing it myself. I mean, it's very simple. So he did take accountability to her.
Yeah. He just didn't want to feel like he was obligated to giving up that money. That's what it was. He didn't want somebody to force him, and he wanted to do it on his own. He didn't want to be forced.
Think about it, Sylvia. If let's say you got upset and you slapped somebody across the face in this past Thanksgiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you then apologized to them and all that kind of stuff, and they forgave you, and they said, all right. And then in the new year, let's say February, that person put something out saying, Sylvia slapped me across my face last Thanksgiving. And that reaches let's say you work for a corporate job, and that reaches your corporate job, and your corporate job says, come in the office. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to fire you because you slapped this person in the face. Are you going to be like, yeah, I lost my cool, I take accountability? But you were like, I don't know what they talk about.
I don't want to lose my job. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And then Auntie so-and-so or cousin so-and-so comes in there like, send a video to your corporate job, and your corporate job like, we got the video. So you know what? I'm sorry. I was, drinking a little too much that day, and I got heated. I had a bad day, and I did it. I did it. I did it. And then people want to kill you for being a human.
And that's the thing. People don't understand that as human beings, we will do things that we say we will never do.
Right.
And see, the thing, they try to make him the poster boy of being perfect. And they know they're not perfect in their own lives. So it's like, come on, y'all folks, stop.
Do you know what was crazy? You know what was crazy to me? That we were there. We saw all of the prosecutorial misconduct going on, right? All of the perjury, all of the bullshit that was going on that the prosecution was engaging in. And the puffy haters was like, yeah, fuck the law. Send them, fry them,
I don't care if
circumvent,
he didn't do it. Send him to jail anyway.
circumvent the Constitution, break the Constitution, break all of the amendments. But if they get pulled over for making a right turn on a red light, they're gonna go to municipal court for a $75 ticket and want the judge and the cop to follow the law for that case for fucking traffic ticket. But for this man facing life, yeah, fuck all the rules. Just lock him up. That I can't understand people, man. I can't understand people, man.
The reason why that's so dangerous is because then you're making the same bed that you're gonna have to lie in. You're setting the same precedent.
You're setting a precedent, man.
You're setting a precedent that you're gonna have to now live by. And that was actually my biggest thing and the biggest reason I started making videos, because I was like, oh no, hell no. I've been in this court, I've been hearing this stuff, and this is not the world I want to live in. They already have an unfair advantage. Why are we giving them an even greater unfair advantage?
Because it's a black man with money.
Three things will happen. Three things will happen. The first thing is they'll try to defame you. The second thing, they'll try to throw you in prison. And the third thing is they'll unalive you.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the three. And don't make me go down the list of Michael Jackson. Don't make me go down the, and some of these people are, I'm not saying they're all innocent. I'm not saying Michael Jackson's guilty, but some of them are guilty. Some of them are innocent. But don't make me go down the list of one of the greatest music moguls that we have, if not the greatest, in Diddy. Don't make me go down the list of the king of pop. Don't make me go down the list of Richard Pryor. Don't make me go down the greatest comedian of all time in many people's eyes. Don't make me go down the list of R. Kelly, the king of R&B. Don't make me go down the list. Like, I can just keep going. I could keep going and going and going. Don't make me go down the list. It's either defame them, or it is put them in jail, or one of the greatest boxers we've ever seen, Mike Tyson, Tupac, one of the greatest rappers we've ever seen. Don't make me go down the list. Either defame them, throw them in jail, or unalive them, or all three. And the fact of the matter is, my friend told me this. He said, okay, so should we just let them get away with doing bad things because they're black?
We're not saying
and
that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if they are going to be held accountable across the board, please.
Everybody need to be held accountable. That's all I say.
Not just the ones that look like us.
Exactly.
And the worst part is we oftentimes headman the charge of our own people in that regard. And I'm just like, yo, okay, maybe some of them did some wrong things. I'm not saying they didn't, but let's do it for everybody, because Puff is in prison right now and Donald Trump is the president.
Let's keep going. What about Hugh Hefner? He got a chance to die.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
He had a whole bunch of, like,
you know what I'm saying? So they championed.
And he definitely was transporting them across state lines, I would imagine.
Exactly.
And underage.
And he's a legend. He's a legend to them. They championed theirs and we kick dirt on ours, which makes no sense to me. I'm not saying that bad people should get away with doing bad things. I'm saying if it's going to be, make it across the board. Everybody.
Give the same energy to everybody. Exactly. Everybody deserves the same energy.
Oh, 100%.
That's all I say.
Charlie Sheen, somebody put in there too. Charlie Sheen, another one. They championed him. He was the highest paid actor per episode at one time. They championed him.
Yeah. Man, it's so many MLB players, NBA players, NFL players, hockey players, actors, actresses that can breathe a sigh of relief because Puffy won at trial, man, because that's a custom thing. You meet honeys in different towns and you fly them, you know what I'm saying? What do we got to do? I got to sign a contract with you now. If I take you out to eat,
right.
Listen, if I take you out to eat and we have sex later on, you got to sign right here that we agreed that this was consensual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm said Sam Cooke. I miss Sam Cooke. My bad. And I also miss Kobe Bryant. They try to do that same thing.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. Yep. Like, I'm not saying that all of these people are innocent. I'm saying do it across the board, because it seems to me like it's only us.
But look at that guy, Tyler, the white guy that that 16-year-old, he did all this kind of stuff to her. You never heard
Never heard of
anything.
it.
Nothing.
And as you mentioned, Tyler, what's going on with Tyler Perry right now?
Exactly.
Another one. You know what I'm saying? It's defamed them, put them in jail, or unalive them. It's always the same thing. It's always the same MO, and it's diabolical that they can make your own people headman it.
Yeah.
I'm pro Puff, man. I'm glad that nigga won, man. I'm glad that nigga won, man. When the verdicts came down not guilty, I felt like I won and shit, man. That's how invested. That's how invested I was, man.
I was like, then another one came in. I was like, I was like trying not to say anything because I was in the main courtroom.
You were in the main court, in the overflow, they were celebrating. In the overflow,
all we could do was hold our breath.
Yo, in the overflow, when the verdict not guilty came out, people started leaving out mad, cursing, motherfucker. They were heated. Some people were heated. They wanted him convicted, man. They was running out, and I was just standing there like, yo, I can't believe this nigga done beat these people, man. I couldn't believe it. But I was happy, man. I was happy.
No, 100%.
I was happy.
No, 100%. I was also I kind of knew it already, but I was very happy that I didn't have to live in a world, or my future children have to live in a world where this is going to be the case, because that would have been 2-3 steps backwards.
Yeah,
we would be having a whole different conversation on this live if he would have got convicted, man. It would have been, it would have been a whole different conversation. And then for us that were there, that saw the prosecutorial misconduct, we would have just been like, to the John Q public who's following this on YouTube or Instagram, they would have been like, yeah, Puff got what he was supposed to. But to us who were there, we would have been like, yo, did you just see what happened to this man?
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, and I think that the also the reason why you felt that you won, and I also kind of felt like that as well. I don't know if you felt like that.
I
Sylvia.
did. I was like, Sylvia was right again.
It's because we were vindicated.
Yeah.
It was because we were vindicated, because we were telling the truth the whole time, and now the world got to see that we were telling the truth.
Telling the truth, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if he hadn't, it would look like we were just caping for him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What do you think would have been the outcome had the social media crew not covered the trial and they would have did it like they always did it?
I think it would have been a hung jury.
You think it would have been? Yeah, I think it would have been.
Jay, you say hung jury?
There were some jurors that was not going to budge. I saw some of them in the
I think there was some. I think some of the jurors were respecting the rules to not watch social media or anything coverage or talk about the trial. But I think there would have been at least one that still would have been watching social media and talking about the trial. And if they were swayed, I think they would have been swayed. It's specifically because they kept trying to beat the point home that there has to only be one instance of, they kept saying, even if it was one instance that she didn't want to do it, but she did it.
Over 17 years, if just one time.
Over 17 years, they kept saying that. Just one instance. All you have to do is find one instance that she didn't want to do it, and she still did it, and he coerced her or forced her or whatever, by fraud or force, then he is guilty. And so I think it would have been at least one juror that said, well, what about this one time? Because that's what they were saying in the mainstream media. I was watching the mainstream media too. They were saying that the flight back from France, that was times.
Yeah.
And that was, to me, that's nonsense. Like that sounds ridiculous. And then they were saying the tape, he was dragging her back into the room where you can literally see, if you see the whole tape, she didn't go back into the room with him.
And we never found out, and they never showed or proved that Jules Theodore was actually in the room. They never proved that there was even freak-off was even going on, but that was the narrative they put when he was dragging her.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because they probably could have got video footage from the hotel on that day to see him walk in the lobby, right? And walk. get off the elevator.
Speaking of the video footage, that foolishness about I didn't get to finish that point earlier. Actually, that foolishness about obstruction of justice, which would have forwarded as a predicate act in the RICO of him buying the tape or buying the video from that night. First of all, it would only be him doing that if he destroyed the tape. He never destroyed the tape. That's the reason why you guys have it, because he never he bought the tape. You guys got the tape from him, and he's a smart businessman. He consults his lawyers for everything.
Yeah.
So he said, I want to get this tape. How do I do it legally? And they
What
gave
is
him
this girl saying in the comment section? Slim and bones?
Slim and Bones. He dragged her
He
back.
dragged her back to the room, sir. What?
Can you show me the footage of that Slim and Bones? Because I was in the court.
You were in the courtroom. That did not
It
happen.
did not happen. I don't know where you got this from. Rose-colored glasses, right?
Nope.
Yeah, because I saw her comment earlier. Said y'all are looking
Nope.
at the rose
Nope.
colored.
Look at her. Look at Slim and Bones.
Yeah.
I think the only reason he was acquitted is because the jury didn't understand coercion and what it looks like. Get your ass up out of here. Shut up. You wasn't even there. The jury was there every day. Shut up. You don't understand coercion.
Said, he bought the footage. Yes, you're allowed to buy the footage. You're not allowed to obstruct justice by destroying the footage. And that was my point earlier. He never destroyed it. He kept it. If he destroyed the footage, that would be obstruction of justice for sure.
Yeah.
But he never destroyed the footage. So in other words, if the police go to the hotel and they say, where's the footage? And they say, we sold it to him. And then they go to him, where's the footage? He goes, here you go. That's not obstruction of justice. That's why the footage still exists all these years later, because he was never, his lawyer said, put it somewhere, put it in a safe or whatever, but you can't destroy
Attorney
this.
Mom, what's up?
If you do destroy this, it will be obstruction of justice. So, you know, Slim and Bones, I saw your rose-colored glasses comment earlier, but it might be you looking in the mirror.
The fake profile girl, Slim and Bones, is saying the footage was in the media because someone copied it.
So that's a misconception. We were in the
Get your ass up out of here.
So the guy,
It came from Diddy.
yeah, it came from him. So the guy who worked there, he recorded
You need
on
to.
his phone. He recorded that part that you saw in the media. He did record the first little part, but the actual footage was not the same recording. The actual, I think it's like 9.5 minutes or something like that. What you saw in the media was like 2 minutes of the actual 9.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That actual footage was 9.5, I think 9.5 or almost 13 minutes. Hey, Slim Bones, go on my channel. I break down the entire video. I break down the entire video. She never went back to the room when he was in there.
He I don't know where she getting that from about him dragging her back in the room. No.
She don't know what the hell she talking about. She don't know what the hell she talking about.
Raynat, I'll call you Raynat as per your request. If you don't mind, can you please just put a link in the chat or send us to a website where she went back to the room to support your claim?
No, tell Raynat to get her ass up out of here with them lies, because she wasn't there. We was there. We saw the whole thing.
And that the copy
He didn't copy Slim and Bones. He didn't testify that he copied it. We were there. He recorded
it from
video
his
with his phone.
Yeah,
he didn't copy the tape to show his wife. He testified that he recorded it with his phone. Yeah, he took his phone and he recorded.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We on here arguing with somebody with a fake profile that didn't even go. This is why I don't even get into it with these people, man. Because she got it in her mind. I stayed with the trial and watched it with you, Sylvia.
But you probably missed
but
that
that's
part.
not being there.
Yeah, you probably missed that.
That's
part.
not being there.
He recorded it with his phone. Some people be watching Ticket TV. Oh man, Ticket
TV.
watching it with Sean G or watching it with Sylvia or watching it with J Con is not the same as being there.
I didn't have the video to show anything to.
Right.
So there was no possible way for you to even say that you watched it with me because I didn't have a video.
No, Raynat. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You know, if that's what you meant by copying, what I'm saying is he didn't stand there for the entire 9 to 12 minutes.
No, he only
seen all the rest. All it was the portion, that one little portion. So you seen her get dragged be around the corner, but we saw the other angle when he stopped. So and actually
we saw 3 angles.
Yeah, we saw 3 angles because there was the angle by the elevator, the angle on the north hallway, and there's the angle on the south hallway. Yeah. So we saw all 3 angles. She was never dragged back to the room. And if you could show that to me, like I said, that was your thing. That was your claim that she was dragged.
Jay, don't goddamn patronize her and make her. If that wasn't it, she didn't get dragged back. We didn't
I
see
know
it.
it wasn't there. I was there. I know it never happened.
Right, but don't be goddamn pandering to her. Oh, if you could please show your ass up out of it. Now listen, am I wrong or am I right when didn't Tenny show that Puffy grabbed his phone out of her bag in front of the elevator, that she had stole his phone and ran out of the room, which is what they did to each other throughout the whole 11 years?
If you look at the video, as the defense broke it down, once he got the phone in his hand, he sat down and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
So it was over. It was, and I don't know if that was her phone or his phone, but it was because of the phone. And if it was, I don't know. It doesn't.
Well, I thought it was his phone.
There's no way to prove
it was his phone too. It was a white phone, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was. They didn't say who phone it belonged to.
No,
that
they didn't.
Assumption.
But they said this had nothing to do with the freak off, and they broke down the video and they said, if you see right here, see the screen was on, and you see that glowing thing, that's a phone. You can see.
Tenny said that.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets the phone, the violence ceased.
Yeah.
And then he sat down.
Yep.
And then he started cussing her out.
Mm-hmm.
All we got to do is think for ourselves and not let other people tell us and think for us. Think about it. I'm going to give you the facts. She leaves with who God knows if it's her stuff, his stuff. The claim actually originally was his clothes was in the bag. That's why he came out in a towel. Who knows? I don't know. But she leaves. He comes out in a towel. He drags her down, assaults her, takes a phone, stops assaulting her, sits down in a towel, starts cussing her out at 11 o'clock in the morning in the middle of a hotel room.
And she goes by the phone to make a phone call.
She goes by the phone to make a phone call. And he does not stop her from making a phone call.
Call security.
To call security. He does
and
not
he threw
stop
that vase at her. Remember he threw that vase at her?
And while he's sitting down, he did not stop her from doing anything. He sat right there and waited for security to come because he got whatever he wanted, which was that phone. Did he take her bag after?
It was one vase. She said vase. It was one.
No, it was one vase. Yeah, it was one vase. And you might think it was vases because there was a mirror.
Here she go with vases. One vase.
It was a mirror. So you might have saw it from two angles. There was a mirror in front of him. So when he threw the vase, oftentimes in the media, they show the one angle, then they show the other angle in the mirror, as if it was two vases. It was one vase.
Then Cassie goes to her crib, and Kerry Morgan was there, her best friend. The cops come to her crib, and she doesn't give the cops the ID or any information. And Kerry's telling them, like, yo, tell them what happened, Cassie. And in 11 years, not one police report, not one 911 call, and not one emergency room visit in 11 years.
Right. 100%.
Yeah. Not to say Puff was wrong. Puff was wrong. He was 100% wrong. I watched my mother be a victim of domestic violence. I'm not a proponent of that. I don't beat up women, but they blew that shit way out of.
You just cuss them out. Let me stop.
I just curse him out and hang up the phone. So I just curse him out. Not saying Puffy was dead wrong. That was an assault charge. That was assault. But that's not what you don't get 30 years to have a life sentence placed over your head for assault. That's not or domestic dispute.
I have a question, Renette. Were you in a domestic violence relationship?
Well, Renette says, I wouldn't say anything either as a victim. I never reported my abuser either. I think 90-something% of women don't. I mean, victims don't. Like it's in the 90 percentile. It's in the 90 percentile because you love the person and you don't want something to happen to that person. So most don't. But I'm not understanding what the comment was trying to say. But that's a fact. 90% of people do not. They wouldn't. Because most abuse happens from somebody you love.
What about when Cassie on the stand under oath in the testimony on the record on the stand says she would haul off and punch Puff in the face first? What about that? That's cool.
She started hitting him first a lot of times.
She said that I used to punch him in the face. I punch him in the face.
Yeah, they asked her to understand. And that's why you have text messages of him texting her sometimes you take it too far. Now
Scarface Wick.
that's also a common, you know, manipulation tactic for abusers to make it feel like it's their fault. But it also could be true that you're like attacking me, you're punching me in the face, you're slapping me, you're whatever, and
Antagonizing me. You won't
Antagonizing,
stop. You won't
right?
stop running your mouth. You just over and over punching me, putting your finger in my face.
Right.
It was just a toxic relationship.
It was a
man.
horrible
It
relationship.
was terrible.
But they loved. I believe they loved each other though.
Yeah.
Love don't hurt.
In their own
Love don't hurt. That's not love.
Well, I believe.
their own
Okay, okay, you're right. So I believe that they were codependent, or they had a It was a drug fueled sexual codependent relationship, affair, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But when I heard Cassie testifying on the stand with her voice, I said, she still love this nigga, man.
Yeah,
She's still. You didn't see that, Sylvia?
No, I said the same thing. I said she's still in love. And then her husband, you see how mad he got up in there? Remember how mad he was upset? He walked out of there.
I heard it in her voice, the way she was answering Sean. I look, yes, Sean, I believe Sean. I said, man, this girl still love that nigga, and I believe Puff still love her. I'll take it that far. And I believe if that day, if they could have got together that night and went and got a sandwich or a slice of pizza, they both would have went and did it.
Stop it.
Right.
That's a married woman. Stop it.
No, I see.
She was married on paper to the other dude, but her soul and her spirit was still with that nigga Puff, though.
I see. I'm 50 gold. waiting until the statute of limitations is over to file a lawsuit is crazy work, though. And I'll do you one better. Waiting until you're in your mother's basement after being a multimillionaire with your broke ass husband and your child before you file the lawsuit is
the
crazy.
Next month after they moved back to Connecticut in October 2023, November 2023, they filed a lawsuit.
Money. They were sitting up at night being like, "What are we gonna do?"
We're broke.
He said, "Remember that stuff you were saying about Sean?" And she said, "Man, I don't want to do that." And he said, "No, what we gonna do? There's roach right there. See that mouse?" And she said, I don't know. It's been so long though." And he said, "But we need to eat."
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all know that a lot of those male escorts are suing her personally, are suing Cassie personally.
Yeah.
She didn't think about it too. She got 30 million?
They're suing her, Clayton Howard being one of them. They're suing her personally.
She got 30 million from Puff?
No, she got 10 million from the hotel, 20 from Puff.
Okay, so 30 million in total. Her lawyer got to take some of that.
He probably took 10. He probably took 10, 30%, right?
And then you got taxes. You got taxes. You got lawyer fees after that for this trial.
Do you pay tax on a civil award?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're awarded.
You have to claim that income.
Yeah. So now, at the end of the day, that 30 million is really like 10. Clayton Howard's suing her for God knows how much. So then she's gonna have more lawyer fees. I don't know how. And then she bought some big ass house. And remember, what's her name? Her friend was sending her bathtubs to put in the new house that they bought after the 30 million. Remember that? She was in her mother's basement. She went and got the $30 million settlement, 20 from Puff and 10 from the hotel. She got out the mother's basement, bought a custom made house, put her new bathtubs in, gold faucets, everything, right? And now you got the house, you got another child, you got a greedy husband. And
I'm 50 gold. What you mean? And Carisha getting paid? What you mean by that? Young Miami? What you talking about?
Yeah.
In the comment section.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't know how long that money's going to stretch.
For Cassie?
For Cassie. Especially
those male escorts are suing her, man. A lot of them dudes are suing her, man.
Some of those escorts are suing her. I don't know how long that money stretches. Man, time tells all truths. So charges law.
Anybody got any questions in the live chat? Put your questions in the live chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some water. Put some questions there.
You see that question? Cassie was not really hurt in that video. Did you see how she jumped off the floor? Why are the bruise marks? That was in question. I don't know. Okay, we saw that.
I don't believe Cassie had any bruises on her face because he didn't hit her in the face in the video.
He kicked her on the
Right. And she went to the premiere with him that night and had the dress on and shit.
She had on he had on socks too. He didn't have on shoes when he kicked her.
I'm 50 gold. What up? Put your questions in the live chat, y'all. Let's get it going. What y'all want to know about the trial? Sylvia was in the 26th floor. Me and Jay was in the 24th floor. We got both floors covered.
Both floors covered.
Both floors.
Somebody said, "Oh, you got to beat up to a pulp to be believed." She didn't get beat up to a pulp.
I don't know what her husband does.
He exercised. He was a personal trainer.
Right, that Puff turned her on to.
Y'all notice Cassie don't do no interviews or be in the media anymore. Nope, she don't. She don't. She's taking care of her new baby.
Got 3 of them. Y'all notice Cassie?
We read that one already.
Sylvia, I'm finna get out of here. I gotta get me something to eat.
I'm about to go to. I was waiting for Jay to come back. So
when we gonna do it again? What do y'all think will happen with the LA investigation? Would there be a new indictment? What LA investigation are you talking about?
There's no LA investigation. That's just made up stuff. It's people making up stuff.
What LA investigation is he talking about?
I don't know. They're saying because the video that came out about the with what's the names that documentary.
Little Rod, where he got shot the guy in the bathroom or something?
No, the documentary with 50 Cent's documentary, some allegations.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking. I don't know what you're talking about, Salon Precise. What you talking about? Be specific.
I think they.
We got to do this. We got to do this again.
Definitely. I was waiting for Jay. He said he went to go get water. Hold on, don't leave yet till we say goodbye to everybody.
Okay. All the escorts need to sue Cassie. She set Diddy up. I wouldn't say she. I don't think she set. You think she set Puff up? I don't think so.
She got her money and she wanted to go in the sunset and be quiet, but now everybody keep dragging her back in there. She really don't want to be in this stuff anymore.
No, I don't think her or Puff wanted it. Neither one of them expected it to turn into what it turned into.
Mm-hmm.
The accuser about the Biggie shirt, it is being investigated.
Oh.
Nah, ain't nothing coming from that. Biggie got killed in what, 96, Pac in 95? That's 30 years ago. If anything was going to happen, they would have been had Puff locked up. Ben.
What do y'all think about when people say that the 1 million check on Pac had laughing my butt off? Can't the Fed see that the bank account, if it's true? They did. Trust me, they already went through all that.
Oh, that was funny too, because Keefe D said they were never paid. He said that Puff paid the in-between guy between him and them, and they never got the money, but the in-between guys passed away now. So that's a claim that has no proof.
Hey, AJ, when are you available to do this again?
I'm around next week.
When next week? When, y'all?
Yeah, I'm out of town right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm out of town right now. I'll be back on Monday. I'll be back on Friday.
okay, okay.
Yeah, just left a little bit for the New Year's.
All right, it's been a pleasure, y'all. Let's get the last word from the fellas, y'all. Mr. J, what would you like to say to the folks?
I'd like to just thank you, all you guys, just for your constructive conversation. A lot of times people are just trolls in the chat, and I think most of the people here have been having constructive conversation. Whether you agree, whether you disagree, you're trying to make points. It's not like you're out here trying to, just spam the chat with a bunch of nonsense. So I want to appreciate you guys for joining. My co-host in Jamaica. He's doing much better. He's doing much better. Kim, truly blessed. You guys know Jamaica had the hurricane, and my co-host is.
Shout out to everybody in Jamaica, man. Shout out to C.
Yes, shout out to C. So, but yeah, absolutely. I appreciate y'all. Go follow Conversations with Jay. If you get the chance, watch some of our videos. We do mostly live streams. I don't have time for the old video edit, all that stuff. Just put the camera on and talk.
Me too. I'm just like you. Me and you are twins. We're twins.
Exactly. So it's not going to be the most glamorous edited videos, but you're going to get the real deal.
Yes. All right. Anybody? Oh, Sean, your last word, please.
Man, free Puff. Puff beat the feds at trial in New York City. And that's it. You understand? And Funny Blue Jacket is mad because Puff stole his girl. And that's it. Puff gonna make a comeback. Puff has 7 beautiful children, 4 black daughters, and Funny Blue Jacket continues to allege things that didn't happen, maybe he's not attempting to do it, but it could have an impact on them black girls' self-esteem, their self-perception, these things being said about their father, and I'm gonna stick up for them. And Funny Blue Jacket never said none of the things he's saying about Puffy now to Puffy's face. He had the opportunity when Puff was in his girl's crib. He could have called Puff on the phone and straightened it out, but he does a documentary instead. So we don't respect that.
When is the Boys documentary coming out?
Huh?
When is Christian and Justin's documentary?
I don't know. I saw that though. I saw that.
It's on Zeus. It's gonna be on Zeus, but I don't know the date. Anybody
I saw
know
that.
the date?
And my documentary coming out too, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Sylvia, thank you for having me. Jay, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you guys for coming, and we'll be doing this next week, y'all.
All right, peace.
Fellas. Bye.
All right, peace.
Peace out. All right, y'all. The fellas are gone. That was great. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you covered this. I am so grateful, guys. They're going to be coming on very often. My jacket looks better than yours. Free Puff. Not my jacket looks better than yours. All right, my darlings. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Members, we got a show coming on at 8:30, my members. I will see you at 8:30, members. To simplify the structure and long-term improvement, we are in the company previously provided service that merged into a parent entity, Bending Spoon. Oh, okay. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. See you in a few. 8:30. If I don't come 8:30, let's do it 9, okay? But just look out for the members only, okay? Have a good night. You too. Great conversation. He's keeping me names. He's calling me names. I'm going to have some words for him. Oh, y'all, stop it. But, all right, guys, I'll see you guys in a few. We're going to talk about Nesto. I did get the call from Cecil. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, okay? All right, love y'all. Bye.
Thank you for watching. this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the